Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh.
Well, hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to King of the West Tonight for Thursday, August 23rd. My name's Gary Thomas, and as always, this is my co-host George Haig, who is going to fill everyone in on what to expect from tonight's show.
Gary, we've got a great show on tap for everybody. We're going to recap the prelude to the Gold Cup at Chico Silver Dollar Speedway. We've got some great video from Mike Doyle and our very own Brandon Skaggs. Brandon set up some cameras down in the infield. You don't want to miss those shots. Also, we're going to talk about the Jackson Rancheria King's Banquet and what we've got planned on the Saturday with the car show and model car show. We're going to take a look at the concerts that are coming up at the Jackson Rancheria. Also, the first glimpse at the KWS finale, the Cotton Classic in Hanford, California. Also going to show a great interview that our very own Gary Thomas did with Tim Kading just before the race this past weekend in Chico. And also, we're going to give you some info on the annual Gold Cup golf tournament and the Kick It for Cancer kickball tournament, brand new to the Gold Cup this year. That's on tap for the Gold Cup coming up just in a couple of weeks.
Well, we're going to get to all that later on tonight, but first off, George, we're going to give a little recap of the Prelude to Gold Cup.
Hey, that's right, Gary. What a great race this weekend at Chico. You know, TK returns home, gets his 5th win after being gone for a while. He just picked up right where he left off.
He definitely did. He had a great run in Knoxville the previous week, finishing 9th and came home, and it's like he never skipped a beat. Another guy that had a great run was Andy Gregg, of course, finishing 2nd in the main event, won his first dash of the year. And something kind of interesting about that was last year he won a dash at the penultimate event, and this year did the same thing.
Wow. Andy's the end of the year. It's like things are coming together for him.
They really do. And of course, Peter Murphy, another guy that had a great night, the BR Motorsports Fast Time Award winner, finished 3rd in the main event and moved up to 4th in the points, driving a special breast cancer awareness car.
That's right. 4th, he's moved up to 4th in the points, and that's big money between the top 5 positions.
And then, of course, a couple old guys, George, had great runs too.
Yeah, BK, great passing job from 13th to 4th. Statler, 15th to 5th. He won the Pit Stop USA Hard Charger Award this week. And another driver, another young lion or a young charger, Cody Lamar, did a solid job. He came from 19th to 9th. Best finish of the season for him. But wait a minute. If he went 19th to 9th and Statler went 15th to 5th, those are the same positions, Gary. How did Statler get the award?
The person that finishes higher up in the running order is the person that gets the Hard Charger Award. So that's kind of interesting.
That's why I asked you those questions. I know you would know the answer.
I do know that. But no, it's a great run for Cody Lamar. Definitely love to see that. But another guy that we always loved having a race with the King of the West Series, Brad Bumgarner. Great night. Finished 7th in the main event. Qualified 2nd to start the night. And I think he said one of the highlights of his night was actually getting a ride in the pace truck during our our little national anthem ceremony with Kyle Larson and Peter Murphy. So definitely going to give a shout out to Brad Bumgarner. Definitely hope he can make it down to Hanford.
I love his fans. Every time you announce his name, bells go off.
Cowbells go off.
Cowbells, yeah. Is he a cowboy or what?
He might be.
Might be. We'll have to ask him if he's a cowboy.
And hey, what about Dennis Gage and Troy Hennig? They always show us great hospitality. Had a lot of fun in the booth with you and Troy up there, even though you were making fun of me, but it was a good time.
It was fun making fun of you, Gary. And they get a lot of local press in the Chico papers and also on Channel 12 News up there in Chico. They did a great job of promoting the race that weekend up at Chico, and can't thank them enough. They do a great job for us.
Troy worked his tail off. Not only did he get the TV interviews, the newspaper got a front page story on the races, but he also cleaned the grandstands for us at 8:30 in the morning.
Well, he was looking for somebody to help him, Gary.
I was sleeping, and then I got up and had my dinner.
I don't know what happened. You were you were on the schedule to help him.
I was, but I didn't show up.
Folks, it's just like here. He never comes in on time here either. He's always sleeping. Hey, well, with that, we're going to get right into the highlights from Chico.
Backstretch into 3 and 4. Steve Tannerson spins in front of the leader. The checkered flag is out. Evan Suggs will win heat race number 1. A little quicker pace set this time with the chalk stripes, side by side. Into turn 1 will be Danielle Simpson, but check out Tyler Wolf up to second. Brad Bumgarner, a little out of shape over there. Looks like he's got something wrong on the car. Yellow lights will come on. Wahlberg. Very close together off turn 4, but they're able to keep it clean and green. Simpson on the bottom, Wahlberg on the top. It's going to be Simpson getting the jump. Danielle Simpson leads the field into 3 and 4. Danielle completes lap 3. 3 down, 7 to go. Compton now losing a little bit of ground to Wolf in the fight for that final transfer spot. Battle for second, a close one, side by side off turn 2. Grace in the bottom. He's able to get underneath Wahlberg and take over the runner-up spot. Race charges down the backstretch into 3 and 4 to accept Don Dunlap's white flag. One more time around for Richard Grace, looking to become a King of the West Series heat race winner for the first time in his career. Nice and smooth through turns 3 and 4. Race fans, how about Richard Grace Jr.? Larson around 3 and 4 for the white flag. Final time around for the Finley Farms Blackwell Consolidation number 77. Down the back straightaway, nice and easy. Behind Adam Britton to the checkered flag, Kyle Larson will win heat race number 3.
And George Haig now reminds the drivers he wants a good, clean start. Said to the front row, keep it clean. Oh, it's not! Wow! We saw that shaping up on the front straightaway. What happened there?
Tim Kading down the backstretch will accept the white flag this time by, signifying 1 lap to go. The fast-moving San Jose driver of the Roth Motorsports number 83. Into 3 and 4, nice and smooth off the exit, Tim Kading will win heat race number 4. You won your first 410 main event right here in Chico about 4 or 5 years ago. It's always a place I know you like coming to. Talked to you earlier tonight, though. You said you're tired of point racing. You're going for wins, and this is a good way to do it.
Yeah, it's definitely a good place to start. The only disadvantage, the only place to go is either backward or to the front stretch. So, we'll give it our best effort. Hopefully we can put on a good show for you guys tonight. And this is my first Dash win all year, so it feels like a main event win. So I'm really happy right now, and I'm just glad to be out here every week doing my thing.
I stay up, cashing in my bad luck. Some nights I call it a draw. Some nights I wish that my lips could build a castle. Some nights I wish they just fall off. But I still wake up, I still see your gospel. Lord, I'm still not sure what I stand for. Oh, what do I stand for? What do I stand for? Most nights I don't know anymore.
side by side over to the chalk stripe. Green flag comes out. Andy Gregg gets the call this time. Field rumbles and tumbles through 1 and 2. Everyone trying to find their way by. Richard Brace Jr., good run, trying to get second. Kyle Larson inside of Allard. John Allard stays on the high side. Nothing up there. However, he's going to lose a couple spots. Kyle Larson up to fourth. Willie Croft trying to take the outside of the speedway, so he can find some momentum up front and upside down. Sean McMahon tipped over in turns 3 and 4. Also at Bud Wahlberg spun to a stop in the infield. Jumps on the loud pedal. Kyle Larson to the inside of Tim Katie. Those two side by side, banging wheels 1 and 2. Katie on the top, Larson with the preferred groove on the bottom. He'll take second. Katie tries to fight his way back on the top side. Nothing to do. John Allard down to the inside. Trying to get through Katie to third. Katie able to hang on. Allard in fourth. Willie Croft, nice move on the top side, gets around Brett Kading and Evan Suggs. Croft to the 6th spot. Larson tries to stay with him. Larson wisely ducks down to the bottom as soon as he can, gets the wheels in the air. Oh, gets in the back of Greg. Tim Katie to second. Larson trying to continue on. Check out Willie Croft up top. Croft around Larson and Allard up to fourth. Tim Katie now, big run. Oh! Croft and Allard sideways. Croft upside down. Andy Gregg jumps with the loud pedal, leads us back to green. Everyone fighting for the bottom side through 1 and 2. Tim Katie, big run down the backstretch, trying to close it on Gregg. Katie and Gregg closely knit for the lead. 53. Katie tries a little crossover move on the front stretch, trying to get underneath the 53. With Andy Gregg, the top two run closer together. Here comes TK to the bottom. And move the Roth Motorsports number 83 to the lead. Tim Katie takes the lead on lap number 12. Gregg back to second, Pete Murphy third. Brett Katie and Evan Suggs side by side, battle for fourth. Katie to the inside of Suggs, Katie takes fourth. Here comes Statler. Statler also underneath Suggs in 3 and 4. Katie off turn corner to complete lap number 26. Just 4 more to go. Tim Katie looking for his 5th King of the West Series win of the season, which will be the 6th for Roth Motorsports. Peter Murphy closing in on Eddie Gregg in the fight for second. Murphy's within the car lane through 3 and 4. In line. White flag out one more time around for TK. Through 3 and 4, Willie Croft spins, Matt Harvey spins, but it's going to be Tim Katie taking the checkered flag. high five to Tim Kading as well. Now Tim, get the helmet off. Race fans, make some noise one more time for TK Tim Kading. Big high five from Jay Patterson there. And Tim, I'll tell you what, you've had a lot of success the last month or so racing on some big tracks back east, but at home, Bull Range is always your style. Another win this season. Congratulations.
Yeah, I didn't know we were going to come back to tippy-toe racing around the bottom. I hope we get a decent racetrack from when the Outlaws come out, because we need a 2-lane racetrack. This follow the leader stuff isn't fun. I know it wasn't fun for Andy. I hope you fans enjoyed it. I know there was a lot of patience inside that race car trying to keep that thing from spinning out. So I got to thank the fans, Dennis, Teresa, Roth, everybody associated with the King of the West this year. Andy, Pete, they drove good races. Andy had a hell of a race car at the beginning there, and just got off the bottom just a little bit.
Welcome back, everyone, to King of the West Tonight, and there you have it, some nice highlights from Mike Doyle and Brandon Skaggs. Definitely want to thank both of them for capturing the action from Chico Silver Dollar Speedway this past Saturday night. Now, you also saw the interview with Tim Kading there on the front straightaway after the race. We also caught up with TK before the race to kind of get his thoughts on returning to California and gearing up for the upcoming Gold Cup. So let's check it out. Well, everyone, we're here at Chico Silver Dollar Speedway with KWS Tonight, here with a man that had a very successful run last weekend at the Knoxville Nationals, finishing in the 9th position. And Tim, I'll tell you what, Knoxville was a great run for you. Pretty much all week was, starting with the Front Row Challenge.
Yeah, we had a good race car almost the whole week there. The Front Row Challenge, we missed the invert in the qualifying and missed the King of the Hill deal, so we had to work our way up. Nationals came around, we ran good through that, ended up 9th in the main event. So it was definitely a good night for the whole 80 Roth, Dennis and Teresa Roth sprint car.
You guys have had a lot of success as well going back east. Of course, you ran California the first handful of months, went back to race with the World of Outlaws, picked up a win, and you guys have been right up there with the very best in the country.
Yeah, anybody that says going back east and racing with the Outlaws is easy, they're full of you-know-what. But you go around with those guys, you definitely learn what you need to do and what you shouldn't do in a race car. So, we went back east, ran probably about 15, 20 shows, made almost every main event except for one at Williams Grove, and I think that was a combination of, the entire Knoxville field minus 5 or 6 guys. So, we hadn't ran Williams Grove in a while, so we just made up for it and went on to the next race and tried having fun and keeping the 83 car fast all year.
Well, now you're back home in California at a track that kind of used to be your home track. You won a championship here back in the early part of the decade, and Chico is always a track that you've been very successful at. I'm sure tonight you're looking for a good run. It's been great having you back here in California this weekend.
Yeah, coming back, we're getting ready for Gold Cup for the big race. Hopefully we can do some good tonight. You got a lot of good cars. A lot of people have stepped up their program while we've been gone. So, hopefully we can give the 0 car, Kyle Larson and the 57, and everybody that's associated here tonight, and hopefully we can give them a good run and put on a good show for the fans.
Now, real quickly, what's it like switching from a big half mile like Knoxville you ran last week, come back to the quarter mile here in Chico? I mean, is it almost second nature for you anymore, or is it a little difficult task?
Definitely going to be hard to say. Running the big tracks, you don't turn the car nearly as much, so we're definitely going to have to keep that in mind, learn how to turn the car again and rotate it, and hopefully we can make it good. But it's usually like riding a bicycle. You just get back on and kind of go for it and have fun. So, hopefully we can do good and just do what we do best, and that's put a good show on and race everybody hard.
Sounds good. And of course, race fans, that's Tim Kading, the reigning King of the West Sprint Car Series champion.
Shell Helix makes you feel like you're driving the best car on the road.
Hey, welcome back to KWS Tonight. And Gary, the KWS Championship Banquet's not that far away, and we want to tell the folks it's a 2-3 day event, depending on how many days you want to spend up at Jackson Rancheria. On Friday night, the big fan fest with the legends of sprint car racing and some classic video and lots of great food. And then on Saturday morning, we kick it off with a big car show. We're going to have hot rods, race cars, motorcycles, some great looking classic pieces there. and we've just added a race car model car show. If you haven't seen models that are built from a lot of the folks that follow sprint car racing, they are amazing, Gary. I mean, they look like the real thing.
I've seen photos of our buddy Bob Carter up in Chico. Made some great looking models. I think he had one of the Walt Ross 56 and one of the Sammy Swindell Candy Apple #1.
Oh, I think Brandon's going to have those on the
screen here. Yeah, check it out.
Thank you. That's really good. Cool. I'm glad you caught that.
And of course, I'm excited about the car show. If people don't know out there, George kind of is an expert at the car show business. He worked with what show used to have?
Don Tugnotti, the Grand National Roadster Show, Sacramento Autorama, you know, a few like that. Just
those deals.
The major shows in the country. But no, and also we're adding a photo gallery. We're going to ask all the sprint car photographers to bring their photos and have them on display and for sale for folks that want to pick those up. So that'll be another new addition to the weekend, and we're going to keep adding great things. We're going to have some vendors up there. It's just going to be a great weekend. It's not just a banquet. I think we've been saying that. This is an event.
We keep trying to add things just to make it kind of fan-friendly, give that extra experience. Absolutely. You know, stuff from the days gone by. I think we talked about we're going to have Grove Hills videos playing and stuff from back in the day and stuff that people haven't seen in a long time. So it's definitely going to be a can't-miss event. But hey, before our banquet, there's going to be some great concerts coming up at the Jackson Rancheria. Of course, 38 Special will be there September 30th.
Do you know who that is?
I do.
You do?
Just hold on loosely or hang on loosely. Is that the song?
You're pretty close there. And also the Guess Who on October 12th.
Yeah.
And of your favorite, October 18th.
Thunder from Down Under.
Thunder from Down Under. I mean, you like those guys from Australia.
Yeah, they're absolutely awesome. And of course, there's a lot of great dining options up there. Yeah. The Lone Wolf Restaurant, the Great Buffet. You know, we've been there a couple times. So if you have a chance, go check out the Jackson Rancheria before our banquet. Get friendly with the place and.
You look for me next Thursday afternoon at lunch. I'll be at one of those locations eating.
I'm sure you will be.
Hey, tickets for the banquet, 707-374-2222. And more than likely, you're going to see this guy right here. He's going to answer the phone.
That's for Gary Thomas.
And
rooms?
Room reservations, you can call the Jackson Rancheria. Again, limited supply of rooms at the Jackson Rancheria. And for those reservations, you can get a hold of them at 209-223-1677. Now let's go to the fan question of the week. And this week, Gary, this is a great question because a lot of fans want to know about the point system. So how do you calculate the points? I know Gary's the man. Every Sunday he's up all day long trying to figure out who's moved up to what position, who gets what points. So tell us, how do you calculate all the points?
It is an interesting system that we have. It's slightly different than from the years past. Last year we changed it a little bit. But basically the main event winner gets 150 points. Second place gets 146. So it's a 4-point drop between first and second.
So 4 points all the way down?
No.
Oh.
After second to third, it's another 2-point drop. And then all the way down to 22nd, it's a 2-point drop. So basically, to win a main event, you get those bonus points, kind of like they get in NASCAR pretty much.
You need to be a mathematician or something to figure this out?
I'm not very good at math, but even I can do it.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. So far I got it. We got the main event. But there's bonus points. What about all these bonus points people get?
There are bonus points, or I guess you call them bonus points, for heat racing and qualifying. To set fast time, it's 7 points. In the past, it's been 5 with the Golden State Challenge Series. We changed that a little bit to kind of give it a little more for qualifying, but the heat races are the same. So basically, the breakdown is to set fast time at 7 points, second is 6 points, and then 5, 4, 3 down to 5th place.
That's just for the dash?
That's for qualifying.
Oh,
no dash points.
No dash points. Okay, well, that's where I'm confused.
Right.
I thought they got dash points.
No dash points.
Okay.
Qualifying heats.
Go ahead. You're explaining it.
It's hard to explain, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Qualifying.
No, what about heat races? You get heat race points. The same as qualifying.
Same as qualifying.
You know what? I think I got it. I think it's clear now. Yeah. You get points.
But you can make up a lot. You can lose a lot. We saw Peter Murphy last week make up 30 points on Bobby McMahon in 4th.
Well, yeah, he finished
third
on the podium.
Main event, and set fast time, so he got his 7 bonus points there. Finished 3rd in the main event, so he got 144 points. Bobby McMahon finished 21st. He got 108. So you can really see how much you can lose or gain. And Bobby went from 4th to 7th in the points, which is pretty amazing.
Wow. And so that means the last race of the season, a lot of positions are up for grabs. That Cotton Classic is more important than ever.
Yeah, we're going to get to the points a little later in the program, but Willie Croft called this week. He's only 3 back of Jason Statler for 5th. He said, we're just going to go into Hanford and try to qualify well because, as we said, with those bonus points, he can actually move to 4th after qualifying's over.
Before they even start racing.
Before they even start racing. So pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, if any fans have a question on that, send us an email. I know we're going to have the points up on the screen here, but it really is a kind of a cool little point system we've got. It's kind of changed things up the last couple of years and it's worked pretty well.
Well, we want to thank Jason from Fairfield for the question, and you fans can also email us or give us a call, ask us a question, and we'll answer it on the air for you folks. So good question from Jason, and we appreciate it. Now it's time for our commercial break. When we come back, more for KWS Tonight.
Hi, Rich Hoffman, CEO of Jackson Rancheria. Come and discover $400,000 of excitement every day in August. Thousands of daily instant win and collect and win prizes. Everyone gets a free swipe every day. Plus, you earn extra swipes for every 200 points. There's so many things to win, I can't even name them all. Free play, dining credits, hotel stays, concert tickets, and entries for a chance to win up to $10,000. This is major Rancheria style excitement, so don't miss out.
Welcome back, everyone, to King of the West Tonight. And next up, we're going to kind of give everyone a little information on the always fun, the annual Gold Cup Golf Classic. Of course, that's going to be Friday, September 7th at the Bidwell Golf Course right there in Chico, California. And I know George has been a big fan of that. He's played in the past in that, so you might know a little more about it than me.
I'll tell you, Clyde Lamar always puts on a great golf tournament. It benefits the Sprint Car Hall of Fame every year to raise money. Some of the drivers already signed up. Sammy Swindell, he's a great golfer, loves to play golf. Him and Randy Hannigan played golf when they were teamed up. Steve Kinzer, Craig Kinzer, a lot of the other drivers are signing up. It's a 4-player scramble, so it's fun. You don't have to be perfect every shot.
Right.
It's like a best ball. If you're a good driver, you can drive, and then the next guy picks it up. So it's a fun deal.
That's my kind of golf right there.
Yeah, it is.
You got to get in early, George, limited to just the first 120 players. And, of course, this benefits the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame. Bob Baker has been a big supporter of ours. And the Hall of Fame, I believe they're trying to expand a little bit, trying to get a little more, historic stuff in there.
We're actually building a new big building. And, again, when you do a museum, a Hall of Fame type, it all has to be humidified correctly and the temperatures and everything, so all the photos and all the stuff stays in good order. And again, they are going to great lengths to make the Sprint Car Hall of Fame one of the biggest and best automotive Hall of Fames in the country.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, more information on the Gold Cup Golf Classic can be acquired by calling 916-371-8090. Now, you can also enter there. You can also become a sponsor. I know the King of the West Series is a tee sponsor.
It's a T-Box sponsor. You can be a title sponsor. You can be a barbecue for a big lunch. You can sponsor that. Tea sponsor. Lots of great opportunities for a company and some players to come out and have a good time on Friday at the Bidwell Park Golf Course in Chico. That's Friday, September 7th, and get you all tuned up for the race that night.
Now, what's the best part of Gold Cup, George?
The Chili Feed and Bikini Show.
Absolutely.
And who is the host?
Troy Haney.
Gary Thomas is the host for this year's Chili Feed and Bikini competition. And if you want to see Gary stumble around with his words, that is the place. The ladies on stage, he cannot concentrate. Let me tell you, Gary, I know you've been practicing.
Right.
We had a very lovely lady in the booth last week, and you did all right, except for...
I made a couple mistakes.
Yeah, the Gold Cup is not the Dirt Cup.
Not the Dirt Cup,
okay,
right.
And things like that, yes. But no, it's a great night. And if you get your tickets early this year, $5 if you get your tickets early.
The cheapest it's been in probably 20 years.
And we talked about Dennis Gage and all the things he's trying to do to keep costs down. The motorhome and RV parking, it has not gone up.
Right.
You can get your tickets early for the Chili Feed, just $5, save $3, cheaper than last year. It's $8 at the door. It's going to be a great event, and they are trying to make it fan friendly to get everybody up at the Gold Cup this year. And it's the 59th annual Gold Cup. 59 years.
Unbelievable.
It's not just a race. It's a happening. It's an event, whatever you want to call it. The Gold Club. Gold Club? How about the Gold Cup? I'm speaking like Gary did last Saturday night. The Gold Cup is the premier sprint car event in California.
And of course, something new for the Gold Cup this year, the Kick It for Cancer kickball game. Of course, they had one of those in Knoxville. It's benefiting Jeff Gordon's Foundation for Children's Cancer. That's going to be 11 a.m. Saturday morning.
Yeah, have you seen the drivers that are lined up for that?
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I see Shane Stewart, Joey Saldana, Rico Abreu, your buddy Kyle Larson.
Andy Gregg, Shane Golubic, Kyle Hurst,
Justin Cox, Mason Moore, Michael Tarter, and there'll be a lot more about it.
That's within like 2 days of organizing.
Right.
So you guys are doing a great job. Of course, if you're interested in playing, please email PJ Peterson at pj@petersonmediainc.com. He'll set you up. You're expecting a lot of drivers to go out there. It's a lot of fun, benefiting a great cause. And of course, that's going to be the sponsor on the 57 Paul Silva car, driven by Kyle Larson this time.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that, let's break for commercial. When we come back, More KWS Tonight.
Here's to the pursuit. The pursuit of better, faster, cleaner, funner. Here's to the pursuit of a Pennzoil motor oil so advanced, Elio uses it straight from the bottle in his Indy car. Here's to the pursuit of another 100 years of earning America's trust. Not just oil, Pennzoil.
Some nights I stay up, cashing in my bad luck. Some nights I call.
Hey, welcome back. And Gary, the Cotton Classic coming up October 13th, Hanford, California. And the Cotton Wagon is back. Scott Woodhouse has brought the cotton wagon back for the kids, fills it about half full of raw cotton right out of the field, and then throws a bunch of money in there, 20s, 5s, 10s, 1s, and the kids get to go there and take some money home at the Cotton Classic.
That was always a really big part of the night, of course, that, and along with the Cotton Bale Trophy has always kind of been a signature of the Cotton Classic. The last couple of years, Scott Woodhouse has done a great job with the event, really bringing it to be one of the premier shows in the entire season with the King of the West Series.
Well, you said the event, but not only the event, but the racetrack, the facilities. His wife does a great job with the food, and your favorite is?
Pulled pork sandwich.
Yeah, I know. Every time. That's all I hear about. Pulled pork sandwich. I can't wait to get to Hanford for the pulled pork sandwich. Every day in the office. That's all I hear for like 2 weeks. And you know, we had an awesome race in June as well.
Bud Kading, Evan Suggs, side by side off the final corner. But there was racing all throughout the pack, and Scott Woodhouse, like I say, has prepared that track. He gets on the grader, he gets on the water truck, and has done an absolutely fantastic job with that place. We keep saying, if you haven't been to Hanford since Scott took over, you got to go check it out. Go down there, stay at the Tachi Palace. Great place.
Oh, absolutely. Tachi Palace, making a great weekend staying at the Palace. And you know, how many times have we gotten calls from Scott? He's on the water truck or the grader. I've gotten calls when it's dark. He must have the lights on at the racetrack, working on the racetrack. He is so proud of that surface and what he's done there. And I can't wait to have our finale. It's going to be the big one. The finale for the King of the West 2013 season, October 13th at King Speedway in Hanford. If you want to get your reserve seat tickets now, I'd advise you to call 559-584-7223. Again, that's area code 559-584-7223, and get your tickets for the Cotton Classic. You know, if you want to keep up with the KWS and everything that's happening, including the points, you can go to our website at kwssprints.com.
Or you can go to Facebook. Like us on Facebook at King of the West Sprints, and also follow us on Twitter at KWS Sprint Racing.
Hey, you know, Gary, this is our 30th show this year.
Wow, 30 shows already?
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't know we were such professionals.
I guess we are. No,
well, we're getting there anyway, I think, yeah.
Hey, we want to thank Brandon Skaggs, of course, our producer and editor. We started the season with Tailgate Rodriguez, and, you know, it's a lot of people that make this happen. Of course, our boss, Dan Simpson. We're putting on the King of the West Series, having a lot of fun. One race to go this season. It's amazing how fast the year goes by, but we're looking forward to the off season. We have a lot of great things in the works next year.
I know you gave some kudos to Brandon. I do too. I see Brandon really getting involved into the racing scene. He wasn't a racing fan. He didn't know anything about sprint cars until he came to work for us. Now he's getting those great infield shots you saw tonight, mounting cameras on tires and cars, and it's really cool. So Brandon, thanks for all the great footage. And with that, I think it's time to say goodnight, Gary.
We definitely want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to King of the West tonight, and catch us next Thursday, as always, on KWSsprints.com. He definitely is, and of course, Peter Murphy, a season-high 4th in points we mentioned earlier. He's going to have that special... I can say that.
That's good. I'm glad you got a blooper, because I'm always getting them. And Brandon has set up some cameras in the infield. You don't want to mile.
Is there a hot blonde in here? My name's Gary Thomas. As always, this is George Haig, who's going to fill everyone in on what to expect.
Hey, thanks.
Just interrupt him.
No, remember last week on Tim, when we did Tim Kading's interview?
Get ready. And 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the... Sorry.
I was doing a good job smiling, too. You like that?
And we've added a model car show for that
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment on King of the West tonight. We're going to give a first glimpse at the Cotton Classic.
What? 3, 2, 1. Okay. 5, 4.
I can do it.
3.
This year, Scott Woodhouse has brought back a horn. What the hell is that? Dang fans are all outside honking their horns, looking through the windows. We can't do this show in peace anymore. I know, it's amazing. All right, let's go.